Nowadays, you have to be politically correct about everything. So I have to manage. I say some states being the way they are, a lot of staff comes from there, and they are making South Indian food in the way they would make North Indian food,
Correct.
and that's why the taste gets totally messed up.
So I have seen this very upmarket chain of restaurant now. They had dosa with avocado.
Okay.
Would you ever do these kind of?
Kamat's legacy stands for authentic South Indian food. One of my gurus always told that if you want to become a billionaire, then you have to make 100 millionaires. Just learn to start saving. I don't think 99% people today have the habit of saving. If you cannot form your own capital, why should I give you my capital? The devil can always see the devil. So it's very important to be the devil, that you can see the other devilry that's happening around you. There is no vegetable with oil. It is just artificial oil. It used to be motor oil, which they deodorize and they sell it as vegetable oil.
You know those rare people who build legacy brands but do it with the energy of a startup founder. And that's Vikram Kamath for you. He's the man behind the Wits Kamath's Group, a third generation entrepreneur who didn't just carry the legacy forward, he reimagined it. Today, we are talking about business, into mindset, missteps, and what it really takes to build something that lasts. So let's just get into it. Hi Vikram, and thank you so much for coming to my show today.
Thank you,
You don't know how excited I am because I love hospitality as a business. I tried my hands in catering. I am a crazy South Indian food fan, and obviously you're like Satkar. When I read that it was your grandfather who started, that was your first, chain of restaurant, and I have very deep memories with it being in Churchgate. So thank you so much, and very excited to have you.
Thank
here.
you, Darshana, for having me.
And I really, when I was reading about you, and I said you are like the third generation in this business, and I was just connecting it with Bollywood. It's like almost a nepotism. You're a nepo kid or a nepo boy.
Right.
But I'm sure it comes with its challenges. I mean, is it very exciting that, oh wow, you're born in this family and you have everything given? Or it also comes with a lot of challenge and stuff?
No, of course, it's always wonderful to be part of any legacy family. And of course, when you're part of the Kamath family, it comes with food, hospitality, comes running in your blood. People expect you to know a lot of things. I'll give you a small example. कि इधर भी आप खाना खाने जाओ तो अरे तू मंगा लेना ना, तुझे सब पता रहेगा. So it starts right from there to other pressures. I think when you're part of any stoic family, whether industrial, whether hospitality, service, legal or whatever, people don't give you that much room for error to fail or to learn. So you are supposed to know everything. You cannot make your own mistakes. And I think a lot of knowledge, experience, and to really make something big, you have to make your own mistakes. Everybody has to learn to walk by falling. So I think it puts a lot of pressure on you, and some some manage to deal with the pressure, and some do well, like me, and some find their own way. So yeah, it does have its pros and cons.
But was hospitality, because you were in this family, or was it something that you also wanted to do? Because at what point did you feel that I should get out of my family shadow and start my own?
I think the difference is that I always liked the business. See, every business is very large, especially something like hospitality. We have got different segments, different areas, different target markets. So I have always been very clear that I was into the mid-market space, 3 and 4 star. 5-star was never my thing. And I think I did that with my dad for a long time. But I realized that, scale, multiplication, replication, duplication, that's like my thing. And you can see I don't believe in suit and boot, and this is our standard uniform, and I'm like that, and I'm happy, and I found out rather than trying to do something which I'm not, using my specific mindset and culture, I've been able to do much more in the restaurant space and in the mid-market hotel space. So it's good.
So it's interesting. Usually I hear most of the time the third generation, fourth generation are the ones who want to try new things. They want to break the mold. I've seen this, whether it was Gasita Ram or whether it's Haldirams or, on the food side. You also tried breaking the mold of, the family restaurants to making the whole Wits Kamath, or experimenting. You've done highway restaurants, you've done cloud kitchen, you've tried packaging food,
Yeah.
you've tried various different formats which are more here and now, more new age. Where does that kick come to you?
So firstly, I don't see myself as third generation. I see myself as first generation, because I think third generation also comes with a lot of baggages. So I see myself as first generation. I feel that I have remade the mold, done something new. So when you think you're doing it new, then you're allowed to try things, and you're going to make mistakes. So I have remade it. Kamats was always famous for South Indian, but I remade it as a premium product with Kamats legacy, using no oil whatsoever, only using ghee, white butter, traditional oils like coconut oil or peanut oil, which is good for you, not using any of the so-called vegetable oil. I don't think people know that there is no vegetable with oil. It is just artificial oil. It used to be motor oil, which they deodorize and they sell it as vegetable oil. There is no vegetable which has oil.
Correct.
So these are the things which people are not aware of, and South Indian unfortunately became a very cheap cuisine, even though it's very healthy and you're using the most highest protein. You're using urad dal, which is very expensive, and that kind of degraded into other items, maida and things like that. So I really have to remake the things, and that's why I said I am first generation, and I rethought the business and tried all these.
You reimagined.
Reimagined it, yeah, like the highway business, which was a vacant space when I started. Cities, of course, South Indian. After we've come, we were the first to introduce Bene Dosa. We are the first to have the dosa packaging box, where the dosa
Lovely.
comes to you hot and crispy for 30 minutes. Otherwise, it used to be rolled and brought to you. I mean, what kind of dosa experience is that? You want to see a nice dosa which is crispy in its original form. So we reimagined and reworked all of that, and that's how we got here.
And amazing with your 30 chains with
Yeah.
Kamath, right? But Vikram, if you were not born in the Kamath family,
Yeah.
and if you had ever thought, what would you be doing? Was this truly your passion?
That's
What
a
else
good-
would you do?
That's a good question. I think I've never thought about it, because there are many things to think about in life. अगर दुनिया गोल नहीं होती, हम कहीं और होते, मैं औरत रहता, so you can ask many things. But in I've done Vipassana, they always tell you that whatever is the truth, you have to accept it. Whatever is the present reality, accept it and move on. So I've kind of followed that.
Amazing. Amazing. So coming to the whole hospitality hustle, right? It's the most glamorized business. People, I know a lot of people in COVID, sub chef ban gaye ghar pe,
Yeah.
because they thought, oh, I love this cuisine. I love eating.
Yeah.
I know something, so I will start also. So a lot
Yeah.
of people have started restaurants, failed people. So what is it that you learned, or what it came from your family legacy, which is steadfast for you when you are doing your own business?
So I think COVID, to take it as two questions. Firstly, in COVID, I remember सबजन how to make pav in the pressure cooker, and जितने भी आप stores में जाओ तो cake mixing, ready mix, ये वो सब गायब है, because everybody is baking at home, everybody is cooking at home, everybody is trying at home. मैंने शायद कितने वो coffin dance video देखे रहेंगे, वो पूरे इसमें वो so it was good. The first 15 days, 1 month was amazing,
Yeah.
because I think जितने हम जिंदगी में छुट्टी नहीं निकालते हैं as hospitality people, वो पूरा हमने वो एक ही जिंदगी में वो पूरा मतलब वो पूरे 1.5 महीने में निकाल लिया. So we are back now to not taking holiday and enjoying our work in some sense. So that was interesting for COVID, but it was a tough time for the business. We're a people-based business. We had a lot of employees in our hotels. We had to accommodate them, feed them, keep them. They had stress. Their families used to call. And it had a lot of challenges, especially with a lot of deep salary cuts. Because we are not a business that you can work from home. We were totally shut.
True.
All the income sources were shut. And we were not geared up. People tell me, when we were allowed to restart with the government, we didn't have ADC machines, because being a small, low APC, APC meaning average per customer business, that time to get a credit card machine, आपको 3,000 रुपया देना पड़ता था as a minimum
Yes.
एक billing रहता था,
Yes,
what
yes.
was called MDR, which is
MDR.
now waived for 2,000 below. But that time it was there, so none of our restaurants had credit card machine. ये सब QR code और सब तो बाद में आया, तो आप billing कैसे करेंगे? So especially when demonetization and
Yes.
these whole things are, because of that, suddenly you could not get, you call the bank, we need a machine, बोलेंगे अभी time लगेगा, waiting list है, ये है वो है. So these are the challenges that we have come from and managed. So we've learned to take it with a pinch of salt. To take your second point, that what are the steadfast rules that I think good team handling, working with a team. I think that comes very naturally to me. Both, I think, from seeing perhaps my dad manage teams well, and how to get work done is something that comes naturally to me. Because I always tell when I go to any colleges and all, or tell anybody who asks me for advice, what is the most important thing I say? I always tell them your ability to work with people and your ability to get results from people is the only thing that matters in life. Because तुमको क्या आता है क्या नहीं आता है important नहीं है. Somebody will always be smarter than you and somebody knows the answer. Can you find that person, one, and work with that person? Because managing people's ego is the most difficult thing, and I don't think
Yeah.
आजकल लोगों को अपने फोन में ही रहते हैं, उनको दूसरों के साथ बात नहीं करना है, दूसरे के साथ एडजस्ट नहीं करना है. I mean I see people who are about to get married, want to get married, or even people who are together, adjustment ही नहीं है. So I think working together in whatever context means adjustment, which I think is the foundation rock to understand other people, then you can get work done.
So you were talking about that, getting work done with people and, making them work. But in the hotel business, because aapke tarah tarah ke you have, your chefs and all that on one side, all your servicing guys on the other side, the reception at the other side. And so it's a variety of staff that you are looking at, and a lot of people who want to come in the restaurant business. So is it important that they have to know all of it? Meaning, because sometimes some people are very good chef and they've started.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people have just done the hotel management and they have started.
Yeah.
So what is your what is your strength? Like, what is important then? And you are already talking like an HR.
Yeah, no, I think in the end there are only two. See, I think business is only two part. It's like rath. Every rath has two wheels to move forward. The horses or whatever are the thing that move it ahead. HR and finance. And I think, of course, marketing plays a very important role. But in the end, HR, I say, because HR and finance is everybody's job. पैसे कमाना और पैसे बचाना भी सबका काम है कंपनी में. और लोगों को जब वी थिंक HR ने लोगों को लाया एंड वो टिका नहीं, वो क्यों नहीं टिका? आप उसको टिका नहीं पाया एज HOD. If people are leaving your department and you don't only know why they're leaving, then you are not creating somebody joins new. Very often we just take somebody that joins new, उसको deep end में छोड़ दिया, और अगर तू तैर के वापस आ गया मतलब yeah, very good, now you're. ऐसे नहीं होता है. आपको उनको on the first day of the job understand what they know, what they don't know, teach them what are your basic organs, and you have to take them slowly into the deep end. So that is the only way that you can do it. We have something called T21, which is a little bit copied of this T20, which is training for 21 days. So first day you learn the basics, grooming, welcoming, extension number. Because हमारे यहाँ पर क्या होता है, the guy somebody from service or kitchen joins the first day, ऑलरेडी थोड़ा गुस्सा रहता है. जूना कोई स्टाफ रहेगा जो होटल मैनेजमेंट से नहीं रहेगा, तो वो एक कहीं ना कहीं बेंटा फ्रस्ट्रेशन रहता है. आप आओगे, you'll join and then you'll say कुछ बनाओगे, अरे क्या तुम सीखा 3 साल में, क्या तुम कुछ आता नहीं है, जाओ इधर. So they take out that frustration on that poor guy who gets very upset कि बस how do I know you want it this way? Or suddenly they'll tell them, अच्छा वो HR में phone करो, but does he know the extension number of HR? When they answer the telephone, do they know the standard greeting? So you start from there, and then you kind of go a little bit more advanced. And I think people don't take out that time to understand the other person. So if you do that, I think people will stick around.
That's awesome. I like your idea that there is finance, क्योंकि business
Yeah.
करना है, savings करना है, and people management are two key. And that brings me to a point of culture, Vikram, because you said you have almost 3,000 employees.
Yeah.
Now that's a large force you are running, and plus different restaurants, different
Correct.
geographies. So हर जगह तो आपको same passion है. They are not coming from the
Yeah.
South Indian food staples, so
yeah.
to say. North में अलग होगा, East में अलग
Correct.
होगा, and you are also international. So how do you then define this culture? What is the culture of Wits Kamat, and how do you take it ahead?
So we have like a standardized induction, standardized training. We try and promote as much from within. We are less focused now on paper qualifications rather than having the right skills at different levels. We have our own academy which creates people. So people used to always tell me कि अरे तुम्हारा South Indian जैसे लगता है. So I said, I'll tell you, you know why? Because most of the chefs nowadays, unfortunately, come because of the certain states being the way they are. I have to, nowadays you have to be politically correct about everything, so I have to manage what I say. But some states being the way they are, a lot of staff comes from there. And they are making South Indian food in the way they would make North Indian food.
Correct.
And that's why the taste gets totally messed up, because they're not either using those ingredients or they're not using the right process. So because of that, the food tastes like a North Indian curry. The sambar tastes like a North Indian curry
Curry.
rather than a South Indian dal. So that's the big difference, So we try and train them from the grassroots up and get that institutionalized, and that's what makes Commerce different. If you come to our office, you'll see there are a lot of dummy products, like which you would see normally in a Japanese restaurant. With the dummy food there, actually that looks like real. So we train them right from there, because food cost also becomes a very big problem for training. Why people don't want to
Right.
train anybody? Because देखो training में आप करेंगे तो खर्चा होने वाला है, both for training and food loss, material wastage, like time, energy, and the food you made. So we have sponge item made of sponge, where you
Okay.
train how to serve the dosa, how to serve the medu vada, what it should look like. So it looks exactly like a medu vada. So we have contests where we train them on how to pack items. So in 30 seconds, आपको ये order pack करना है. So they're collecting all those sponge items, putting that order together. So we put a lot of effort to, make sure that when he goes on the job, he's ready. We, in the kitchen, many people don't know why does your order get delayed. People say, "Arey order," and of course, it happens with us also once in a while, but we try and minimize it because there's a specialized function. Aapko khali chef, service ye pata hai. In a restaurant, one of the most important, there is a person called a barker. His name defines what he does, because he keeps barking the order.
Oh.
Literally keeps sometimes you hear some guy shouting in the kitchen, and of course the noise should not come to the front of the house, but his job is to keep seeing the sequence and see ki, oh, this order has come. Because what happens in a restaurant, that you're sitting and नए customer ने तो कुछ नया मंगा लिया, but suddenly somebody in between is eating and midway says, अरे और दो तंदूरी रोटी लाना या दो डोसा लाना. Now because they are already midway in food, the barker has to see, अरे ये नया order है और पहला इनका order जाना, because they are already midway. तो इनका नीचे करके he has to put these two dosas on top and tell the guy, first make two dosas, because the equipment is limited to make the item. So these are the choke points where the business gets stuck. So we are like that Kira which keeps analyzing everything and seeing, where the real root cause analysis of the problem is. And now we train people in how to get that sequencing right.
This is interesting. It's like prioritization, जो हमारे corporate life में ना हमेशा का एक problem है. Prioritization, and I think this is what you're saying. It's a human who's really sitting and
Doing it. And they should know also, because
it's no technology. Really.
Yeah, because इनका order रह गया, these others will finish and this person will be left behind. तो ये पहले ऊपर डालो. तो वो एक skill है जो आपको सिखाना पड़ता है.
Very nice. I like the word barker. So I read about your this earn while you learn.
Yeah.
And your this whole academy called
Yeah.
Khas. Can you tell where is this idea and then what is it more about?
So I think this idea stemmed from the fact that I used to study all, like my grandfather or all the old GMs of all old hotels like Taj, Oberoi, wherever. So my dad's, when I used to hear my dad speak and my dad's generation and all, and they are not from hotel management background or very high qualification, yet they have done so stunningly successful. In fact, they probably would beat anybody today, or if you see anybody in general. So I realized this is a skill-based course, and these people are able to do amazingly well because they understood the skill of the business rather than just pure theory, which I have done as hotel management and after my masters and so on. So from that, I realized we need a skill academy, and we need to
Nice.
give, once again, when you were working earlier in hotel industry, it was the manager would come and tell the junior ki tu bhi kaam kar 10 saal, to ek din tu mere jaise ban, मैं भी मैं तेरे जैसे ही था, मैं भी ये सब भांडी वगैरह में धुवायचो किंवा things like that, and motivate them कि you can become like me.
Can become.
Nothing is stopping you except for your hard work. And I think that is what I realized, that skill. And I'm very proud that today we've got over 350 students who have passed out from CAS. It's the fourth year, and we are India's first and only earn and learn program, where while learning the skill, you're getting 7,000 rupees as a stipend. And we are not looking at competing with hotel management degree courses, because these parents and these students are very different. The profile are the very mid or lower or lower end of the society, who need that 5,000, 7,000 rupees coming in from their son or their daughter, and are happy that now, I don't have to spend on my son or daughter's education, because they are becoming a contributing member. So we are competing with ITIs, and we're teaching these people a career for life. And at the same time, they're worried because we have managed to get 12th equivalence. Because every parent thinks, "Arey, if they start learning early, फिर इसका education का क्या? आगे इनको अगर पढ़ना है तो क्या?"
Correct.
So we've got right from daily laborers, painters, people who have told me at the age of 18, their son is earning nearly as much as I am
Lovely.
at the age of 50
Awesome. So it's skilling them for life.
for
now.
life.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
And then after that, they can become, we have given them an open window where you can become management trainee. Of course, they don't have to continue with us only, but
oh,
we
so
have.
that's not the.
No, that's not a criteria.
Okay.
They can continue, they can do their BVOC. We have a program with Mumbai University. They can get their degree also while earning and learning, in which they earn 16,000 rupees while they are working. And other than that, they can pursue any other course. And even if they're working with us, they can do the management trainee program. So many of them have now graduated who were in the original batch are now in our management trainee program. And I'm sure will become HODs and hopefully GMs and managers.
Lovely. So this is, I think it's so much more. This is what I feel the third and the fourth generation can bring in the new
Yeah.
age vision. And that's taking the other point where since we're talking about culture and people, what are your views on D&I? So in this hospitality does diversity and inclusion, like I see a lot of, it's again another male dominated industry, or do you see more women in?
No, being in hospitality, I don't come from a male-dominated industry at all. We have amazing, I mean, if you see in front of so many, I think this diversity or equality and all is done to death. I think we should only focus on meritocracy. And I think if somebody can do a better job, they can do a better job. I mean, we don't talk about diversity when that Kadiya comes and he's doing the flooring. There are works where hard labor is required, where men are
Sure.
required. Why is it that if you go to every hotel, the receptionist, the GRE, room service order taker, why are they all women or females? Because they do a better job. I don't think we should put it in a bucket of, oh, we need this for this person. If whoever does the better job should get the job. And why not? Why every hostess? The job is only called hostess. There is no male host category that exists in a hotel or restaurant. So I don't think we should come from that background. If somebody, there's so many female GMs, there's so many female VPs in our industry. So I don't think it comes from that. We should put it in that box that, we
So it's
need to meet this
meritocracy.
target. Yeah, if you need to meet this target, then chalo isko bhi dalo, usko bhi dalo, target meet karna hai. I think that dilutes the whole purpose of any organization or anybody, because when the guest is sitting there, he wants to see that was he served well.
Correct.
Now, if you just put somebody for the sake of it, oh, achal karna hai, to.
And I'm going to take you from here to the lot of the resilience, the failures that we spoke about, because you've tried various formats,
Yeah.
Vikram. So where does this, the whole, whilst we said hospitality looks romantic, but
Yeah.
there are a lot of
Yeah.
things a lot of ingredients that
Yeah.
work behind together. At the same time, the whole cloud kitchen, era came in. Now the quick commerce and 10 minutes delivery, Swiggy, Zomato, lots is happening, a lot of
Yeah.
disruption. How have you seen, because I know from the highway kitchens, highway hotels to you've done your own cloud kitchen, you've
Yeah.
done your own packaged food.
Yeah.
So what is it that, you've learned, you failed, you've, got yourself up again?
So if you had asked me this question a few years ago, I would say, "Aap dukti nas pe haath rakh rahe ho," but I guess you overcome your failures. So I think in business, you have to keep doing things. And you have to, wherever they say pushing the envelope, you have to keep pushing it. Sometimes you have to go beyond the envelope. Like I told you of some examples of legacy, about cloud kitchen itself. During COVID, chalo ye hamara space hai, isko restaurant ke bajaye cloud kitchen banate hai. We were not at all geared up for delivery. Even on a highway restaurants, कौन लेके जा रहा है इडली सांबार डोसा हाईवे पे? सांबार गिरेगा, गरम सांबार पैर पे गिरेगा, इस पे गिरेगा. Nobody wants their car to be messy.
Correct.
So, I mean, of course, I have an aspiration to do a South Indian drive-through, but it's little challenging because people have those fixated concepts in mind कि सांबार चाहिए, ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए. आप कैसे कर सकते हो? So, the cloud kitchen failed. The food packaging business also, it probably failed as grandiosely for those who know Hindenburg, for all the other reasons today. But the Hindenburg was a very large ship which crashed and burned. And that was exactly the story of my FMCG business. And this is a warning for all, despite having the Kamat's name, very powerful brand, very
Yes.
strong, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and the South. But timing was wrong. We started just about 9 months before COVID. I mean, the factory got set up 6-9 months before COVID. We started all types of Indian snacks in the business. It took off well. just like Hindenburg. And then when COVID, because our factory was in a union territory, we could not cross three lines, the three states, because goods were not allowed. We could not get material to the factory because goods were not allowed. And I don't think we were that mature organization at that division, or that mature organization to deal with something like this. For restaurant and hotels, still we are able to deal with it in a much more easier format. But this is life. I mean, so yeah, we licked, as they say, we licked our wounds and we moved on. We all, in our company, we always say aage jao. So we just went ahead.
Would you now in this environment start back again with all this?
Maybe in
packaging?
future, not in the immediate future, because now the hotel restaurant business are doing so well. We said, you know what, jahan se main paisa aata hai. See, when your core businesses are doing well, you think of diversifying. Not that, so our core businesses are doing well, but with that experience, thoda abhi tak
The wound is still.
yeah, the wound is still a little fresh.
Yes.
So maybe at the right time. I mean, I would love to license my brand or work with somebody now rather than setting up something. But yeah, and those are the lessons you learn.
So in the like we said, hospitality industry can be really unforgiving if you
Yeah.
don't get your finance and people, like
Yeah.
you said, right? You can, and a lot of people who start close down. What are the hardest leadership lessons that you have learned?
So I think first thing is, for most restaurateurs or hoteliers, they are very poor finance people. And that's something that I've always very
Yeah, you're
strongly
right.
focused on.
Very more creative.
Yeah,
more,
they're very
food.
creative. उनको आप केक बनाने, like somebody from bakery, आप केक बनाने बोलो, पूरा दिन केक बना रहे. आप restaurant वाले बोलो, they love talking to the guests, coming in the front. अरे सर आप ये थोड़ा खाओ ना, ये नया बना है. शेफ के साथ बैठ रहे, नए आइटम बना रहे. But they really struggle to manage the business. And I think eventually it's a business. And I think they lose sight of that they think it's a passion. And I always say a passion without money is just a hobby. So if you're a passion without profits is just a hobby.
Yes.
So they are in the hobby business rather than the business. And then when you don't see it from a business, you're not able to take tough calls. Because आपको खाली लोगों को खुश करना है, या आपको आपका टाइम किल करना है, या आप एक साइड बिजनेस बोल के कर रहे हो, आप ये बिजनेस में से पैसा निकाल के यहाँ डाल रहे हो, तो that becomes a big problem. So if you don't manage these especially the finance, especially in hospitality, restaurant business, I can definitely tell you for sure, project cost, we are a capex heavy business, renovation में ज़्यादा खर्चा कर लिया, आप कितना कमाओगे एक जगह से, वो आपको पहले ध्यान देना है कि यहाँ के rates, see, you cannot sell more than the market.
True.
Even if you make the 5-star deluxe hotel, even if you make something spectacular, you can only outprice the market by 10, 15, 20% in that segment. Now, if somebody is getting X beyond a particular point, 80-90% of the customer think, चलो यार same चीज मुझे अगर थोड़े कम में मिल रही है, तो मैं वहाँ जाता हूँ ना, if it's of equivalent value. I mean, so people lose sight of that.
And also loyalty, right? Today, when I see customers want different palettes, as Japanese is in,
Yeah.
the Korean food is currently really in, and
Ask
so
my
people,
kids.
so people want variety. People
Yeah.
want to try. So how have you then been able to consistently only look at South Indian as a menu? So do you get repeat customers just coming for that?
Yeah,
Because-
we have like, including my daughter, and I'm proud, actually I've converted my daughter. My son is to some extent, but my daughter is a hardcore South Indian fan. So I'm happy that so we have a kids menu and things. We're trying to catch the generation young, focus on them eating healthy food. There are a lot of parents who want to give their kids healthy food.
Absolutely.
There are a lot of youngsters who are worried about their skin, how they look. And it all starts with eating healthy. So we have tried to take on that part with Kamats, which we've kind of lost a generation to these other foods. So that's our way of doing it. And I think that for any food, there are passionate people. I think South Indian, other than the health aspect, from a taste aspect, is also extremely, extremely tasty.
Right.
So we've tried to get that back to the original formulas, recipes. And, we always say this is the way Amma makes it, like the way my mother would make it, the way my grandmother would make it, or the way your grandmother would make it. I remember seeing my grandmother with one rassi on the wall, and there were two hooks, and you had to make that buttermilk like this. But actually, just
okay.
like morning doing that. And I've seen her make Shankar Pali and so many other things. So there was a touch by using quality, by putting more effort, by doing it the right way. So we do that.
So I've seen this very upmarket chain of restaurant now, and they had dosa with avocado.
Okay.
Would you ever
No.
do these kind of,
it's
the whole health?
harakari for me. It's not something that you would
No.
see at Kamas Legacy. If tomorrow we plan some new fusion South Indian brand, yes, but Kamas Legacy, stands for authentic South Indian food. To the extent possible, as I said about
Right,
paneer, I'll have
right.
to make some exceptions, but definitely not avocado and things like that.
Now, coming back to your whole Wits Kamat, and I read somewhere that you said we are into restaurants with rooms.
Yeah.
And we are not typically the hoteliers with
Yeah.
F&B and all of that.
Yeah.
So where does this whole, ideology come from? And
I think every business has to be seen for what it is. And when you're a small hotel chain, when you're a big box hotel chain like 300 rooms, 200 rooms, then obviously your entire focus is on the rooms part of it. But as being a small restaurant chain, and then most of our hotels are 50 rooms, 40 rooms, 60 rooms, which is what most of the market needs. Then you have to think differently and think that my main core business is the restaurants and the F&B, and the rooms are just an additional point.
additional point. And coming to your scale and growth now, Vikram, the international. So I know that you all tried in Thailand and
Yeah.
sort of didn't work.
Yeah.
And so where are we there? Like internationally, how are you?
Very effective. And
Very
I've been
effective.
following it because in our family, actually, I've seen my dad like struggle a lot. One is you have to eat on time.
Yeah.
If 1 o'clock is your time, then you eat on time. That will solve 80-85%. Like I travel a lot, like right from 5 a.m. flight. Earlier, this Goa flight used to be horrible because you'd be like that. Now it's better. You have to get up at 3 and all. So whenever you all are ready.
Really? Oh, okay. So I was talking about your whole, the international scale, and you tried in Thailand,
Yeah.
and it sort of failed.
Yeah.
But so how are you all looking at international markets? Because I'm sure a lot of South Indian
Yeah.
fans there.
So many Indians going to Thailand. It was a
Yeah.
no-brainer. We started off well. We did well. Again, for nearly 2 years, we did well. I went to do a consultancy assignment over there for
lovely.
another person who had leased a hotel and he could manage it. So he was an Indian. He's somebody that I'd worked with in the past. And we did that, and then we said, "अरे यार ये कर रहा है तो हम क्यों नहीं कर सकते?" You know, it happened like that. साला इसको तो कुछ आता नहीं, हम उसका संभाल रहे, हम भी कर लेते. So after that assignment ended, we
That
took
was
our
that golden, what was the syndrome you said? You people have?
shiny
Shiny
ball
ob-
syndrome. Yeah, shiny object syndrome.
Shiny object.
So that happens to every promoter, by the way. Every promoter, I'm sure you talk to any promoter's team, and they'll be like, सर आज कौन से बेड के साइड में उठे, अभी ये आइडिया करना है, अभी वो आइडिया करना है, वो इतना अच्छा कर रहे हैं, अरे उसको इतने पैसे मिले, अरे ये करते हैं. So I think every promoter being the way they are, that's why to be a promoter, you are always excited about new stuff, trying new things, new ideas. So I'm sure the team, very frustrating for the team. And one day I had one session with my team after reading one book. I don't remember the book's name, but it talks about this and how you have to kind of
shiny object and
shiny
control
object
your
syndrome, and how to deal with it and control it, and put your focus on one thing. And because it said that what happens with the team is, आज sir right देख रहे तो पूरा organization right देख रहा है, आज sir left देख रहे तो पूरा, they kind of follow the leader.
Correct.
And the leaders all the time like
All
confused.
over,
Yeah. So that was something that I picked up, and to the extent possible I try and follow it. But coming back to your question about on Thailand.
Yeah.
So we did that. We did well. Then COVID came. We lost a lot of money. And we kind of had to shut it down because our lease was going on. And obviously, international travel was shut.
Correct.
But we learned a lot from that. We learned, I learned Thai. I learned how to speak Thai.
Lovely.
I learned a lot of doing a lot of international business. I really learned what ease of doing business is when you go abroad. And when you see, we were able to take over a 60-room hotel in just 24 hours. It was so seamless.
Wow.
Get all the licenses transferred, get this done. Where over here, it would have been a huge hassle. I mean, here still now, getting licenses in Mumbai or in Delhi or in any of these cities, municipal department different. Within the department, they have different departments. So it has its own challenges. And we learned from that failure, survived it. So it's good,
So what would you advise for people who want to take their brand, hospitality brand now outside, global? What have you learned that they should also
I see
remember?
lessons that I can give is, first, understand the market well. You might understand the market, but you may not understand the way of doing things. I think what happens is when you just go as a tourist, the advantage that, see, tourist आप जाते हो सब अच्छा दिखता है. जैसे आप किसी के घर जाते हो पार्टी के लिए तो सब अच्छा लगता है. अरे, his wife manages the house so well. This is happening. But अंदर के problems आप समझते नहीं हो. What are the real issues? Because you're going there for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Everybody is at their best behavior. Everything is made well.
Correct.
But आप you go at a different time, तो सबके घर वैसे रहते हैं, कपड़े यहाँ पड़े रहेंगे, कोई आज काम पे आया नहीं है, ये चीजें बेसिन ऐसे ही रहेगा, किसी का पेस्ट रहेगा, किसी का टूथब्रश यहाँ रहेगा, बच्चों की चीजें यहाँ रहेंगी, toys,
Right.
you know, in our house Lego is kind of banned because पैरों पे लगते रहता है. So that's like a normal house, you know.
Right.
So like that, when you go to enter as a business in anything, don't go by what you've just seen. Go deeper
Right.
into it, because a lot of things which you don't know come up later on. It might be technicalities, might be rules, might be regulations, technicalities within that business. So study a lot more. Take a good 3-6 months. Be committed to go into it, but take a good 3-6 months of study. Have somebody stationed there to start doing the work, sorting out the issues. So that's the way that I would do it. We were lucky because we had nearly a year and a half's head start, so
Right.
it was easier. But still, we came up with so many challenges.
Yeah.
So, and another thing which you need to, whatever, in any business, international तो of course, in any business, अगर आपको लगता है 100 रुपए लगेंगे बिजनेस करने के लिए, कोई भी बिजनेस में, तो आप 200 रेडी रखिए. और अगर आपको लगता है कि ये 6 महीना 1 साल में हो जाएगा, तो आप रेडी रहिए कि 50% एक्स्ट्रा टाइम लगने वाला ही है. तो अगर 1 साल का टाइम रखा था, तो 18 महीने रखिए. ये आप लेके ही चलिए.
So this is very good insight कि capex आप इतना plan
Yeah,
करके
yeah.
चलिए. Time and money दोनों
Money,
are going to be there.
Be more on.
Be more only.
What? Because as promoters, other problem is we are over positive.
Yeah.
Your
Optimism.
team tries to put some realism in you, sir, nahi hoga, sir. And then sometimes they're scared, sometimes you don't want to listen to them. मैं बता रहा हूँ, you either overestimate your capabilities, but that's what you're supposed to do, because as a promoter, you are supposed to
Push your people,
do it.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you overestimate your own capabilities, you overestimate how much cost cutting you can do, you overestimate how fast you'll get things done. But that's the nature of being a promoter. Owner. Yeah.
That's a promoter syndrome. So coming to technology, Vikram, and I know that you also are, you believe in technology.
Yeah.
You believe in technology taking a scale, expansion, bringing in efficiency.
Yeah.
So a legacy business with, in hospitality, and how have you used technology to really plan your scale and efficiency?
So there are two things. I always tell my team, don't just rely on AI, also use AI. Which means don't just rely on artificial intelligence. Please use actual intelligence also.
Human intelligence.
Yeah, because people are getting so dependent that they're stopping to apply their mind. But when you use these things as a tool, then it can be very effective. So some of the areas that we used it is for creating recommendation engines. We are trying to create a recommendation engine, like how Netflix chooses the movie for you. So South Indian, where you don't know many of the items, I know that this person avoids potatoes, doesn't like spicy, doesn't have X. So why don't you recommend them this item? Okay. We've used AI in hotels to identify.
But where do you all recommend that? Do you have a mobile app where I order? Or
no. So we are starting to try and get it for regular guests. So we are doing a pilot where regular guests, where I know this person is already, I have the data of this person, what they regularly order, and then give him a suggestion that, you like these kind of items, so this item will fit in that mold. Like I've realized you don't like fried, you don't like I said, potato, so in that it will give you some spice. Yeah. So it give you some item like that. So that's where we've started a pilot on that. We're also using AI in hotels to track more efficiency of staff. It's very difficult to know this is a regular customer, for example. So we're using that where we know that this person using face recognition has come very often. So it can send an alert to the GM that this person has come again, go and meet him.
Nice.
And then also a little bit more on the, keeping efficiency of staff. Today, you don't know in a year's time which staff has voided the maximum bills, where there might be theft. But using AI, you can run all those bills and find out that this person has voided the maximum bill. I'm not saying there might be, but why in this person's shift only all the bills are getting voided? Or in housekeeping, we are using the time to track as a pilot, where a person normally takes 25 minutes to 30 minutes to clean a room. If every time they're taking 45 minutes, are they slacking on the job? Or are they ill-trained? Or do they need more help? So tracking those things also. So I'm giving you 3 examples, where one on the guest side, one on the control side, and the second on the efficiency side. So like this, there are many examples that we're using technology to kind of improve the entire process. We've also got patents in our name. We have a dosa ring. So you put the batter and you roll it around and you can make the dosa, because learning to make dosa is one of the most complicated or takes a lot of time and wastage. So that is something that we've done. We use a lot of technology, means not always like fancy technology. Sometimes it's basics, like I told you, how to efficientize the dosa tawa.
Dosa.
So if you know, on one tawa, which is our standard size, so many big dosas can come, so many bene dosa. So we try and train the team to mathematics की इतने जब ऑर्डर आएंगे तो आपको ऐसे इसको यूटिलाइज करना है, या प्लेस इट देयर सो यू गेट मोर efficiency or take. So like that we've used
But do you worry that digitizing hospitality may lose its soul as a...
No, I think, see, the areas where I mentioned to you is not about taking the hospitality out of the digitizing it from an interaction perspective. It's from finding out where things can be done better by the same team. If a guest can recommend to you something which even he's not sure what to recommend you, and he tells you, ma'am, why don't you try this? You might like, if you don't like it, no problem, we won't charge you. So we are taking you outside of your comfort zone, also making you try something new. I'll give you an example. We are launching yam chips.
Wow.
So healthy yam. Now, yam is not something that you eat regularly, but it's freely available in the South and very healthy, very tasty also.
Correct.
So we're taking you out of your zone as a trial. Similarly, so many other items. The other things also I've told you are more on efficiency. That your room was cleaned in 45 minutes or 1 hour doesn't make any difference to you. But if, when you come and you get your room and you don't have to wait for your room, that enhances the guest experience. So we are trying to find things where people can improve their efficiency or their guest experience.
Now coming to Vikram as a person, because I have, I read that you were into debates, comedy, football, chess, drama, a lot of things. So any of these things that what you have in a non-hotel has helped you bring in what you are doing today at work?
I think I'm a good public speaker because of my drama acting. It's interesting story. As with most family businesses, one always feels that अरे ये hobby या ये चीजों में ज़्यादा चला जाए तो problem होगा. So my dad had told me that, ये सब acting अभी बंद करो, सब drama बंद करो. It was a hobby for me. I never thought of doing it as a. But I think parents get worried कि अरे इसको ज़्यादा ही अच्छा लगेगा, तो they might go into that. So I think you come with that thing, but. I've been living my dream. I take whatever time I can, and I tell good stories.
You are a storyteller.
Yeah, in some good closed parties of ours, I tell good stories. And
you do stand up?
I used to do a lot of stand up. Veer Das was there when I did one stand up. I won many awards for stand up. So yeah, I enjoyed.
Lovely. So that is where I think the other thing, being a promoter and balancing your personal hobbies to your work. Do you believe in the work? Because do you believe in the work-life balance as a theory?
I don't believe in work-life balance. I believe as a promoter, I believe work में से आपको life को balance करना है. So my wife always tells me we end up going to all the holiday to all the places where you have work or you have the this. I said, baby, understand. Other people तो complain कि घूमने नहीं लेके जाते हो, travel करने नहीं मिलता है. So my kids travel with me whenever possible. Of course, now they're older, so school and all has the thing. But right now also they're not with me. They're at one of my hotels enjoying their holidays.
Wow.
Because they were, that's it. So they're coming tonight. And then we're going to go somewhere else on Saturday for work. So I've got work in Daman, so we're all packing off over there. So yeah, I mean, you have to make it work. Nobody, to all the people who are looking to enter business, I can tell you, you have to make it work. You have to find the balance. And as long as you're enjoying it and everybody around you, you have to make it work. आपको उसको बिठाना है. And as promoters, our business is our priority is always business. I wouldn't say paisa. Paisa is not the passion. The passion is the business, doing the work, getting the things done.
Correct.
That drives you. And
उसमें life बिठानी है.
हाँ, उसमें life बिठानी है. So we do it like that. So
coming to your studies, you've written books also, right? And you were filing patents, and you also have done your PhD.
Yeah.
So where is all this, like wanting to learn? Is there another side of Vikram who wants to learn more, give more? I see some of your reels and all that is also about educating.
Yeah.
So
I know many people, I learned a lot from my father. I learned a lot from other people that have taught me. I've learned from many people that have sometimes formally taught me, sometimes informally taught me. You're always, getting good advice from people. So my just thought was, जैसे मुझे किसी ने दिया, मुझे आगे देना है, बस. That's it. I mean, I'm just sharing sometimes the real truths, dark truths, happy truths, which I sometimes learn too late. So I try and share that.
So the doctorate side of it, the Dr. Vikram is.
I think that was more like karna tha. I always had that thing. I don't think from a pure. I remember when I did my masters and my this thing also, it was more academic rather than actual application per se. Whatever I was studying, I was able to. I was. I mean, being at the head of the organization, I'm sure maybe it was at a mid level or a senior mid level. See, in hospitality, honestly, we don't have much place for academics. That is the hard truth of it.
Okay.
Most of the people that were in my batch, in my masters in Pune, I don't think they got any increment. I don't think most of them got any increment. Most of them have gone into teaching line.
Okay.
So I don't think in hospitality, somebody having a master's or something fancy or even a degree to that matter,
It's not paying. It's not paying well.
I mean, I'm being very realistic and
that's
honest
true,
about
I
it.
know.
But in many fields, it does. I see some of my other people who have done IIM and this thing in finance and all. They get to join three, four, designations above,
Yeah.
and they get that head start.
Correct.
And I don't find them significantly smarter.
True.
Definitely hardworking. I mean, juniors always work harder from the hours perspective, from the pure grunt work perspective, but they're not significantly smarter, but they get that good head start and then they are in that circle and then they get that. So I think from finance and many other fields, it really does help. But hospitality, I would not, but it was like zid rehti hai na ki karni hai. तो वो कर दी वो हवस पूरी कर ली and so if you don't do it, you feel कि शायद after you do it, you realize and
but do you use it? Does all these education, doctorate help you at your work better? Have shaped you as a better leader?
I think self-education helped me. I've been reading a lot. I like reading. I like learning from people, learning things. I think that if you do that, that'll probably be better. There are a lot of small courses online. This 300 courses. I've done few of those courses during COVID. I did this AI MI course.
Yeah.
That's how I was able to understand this recommendation engine because they gave an example of Netflix and said how think of it like not like a 2D model, like a 8D model. So it gave a lot of insight and understanding. And that helps me talk to technology people much better because I understand where they're coming from, technicalities,
Correct.
problems. So I think self-education is better than the degree part of it because they're teaching you too much, which you may not need at that time.
Yes.
But when you self-educate, you're trying to learn exactly where you're stuck or something which is relevant. So that's better probably.
That has helped. So what's one thing your father or grandfather had adopted in business which you have consciously not, taken it ahead or not adopted?
I think what I can definitely say in all honesty is I believe I'm a businessman. They consider themselves hoteliers and I believe I'm a businessman. I think that would be the
so the way of looking at the whole thing.
I always tell my team, I'm not a hotelier boss. I'm a businessman who in the business of hotels and restaurants or hospitality. Whereas my dad is definitely proudly a hotelier, and there's nothing wrong in that. It's just different perspective. He would get a lot into guest handling issues, a lot of the hospitality angle of it, and I will always focus more on the business part of it. And I think when we were working together, that friction was always there.
Finally, are you getting profit or not is where you
I would say like what is really important. I'll give you an example. I think somebody saving 0.5% or 1% on their interest can ease the burden of operation because operation kitna sale kamayega. Agar आपने ज़्यादा खर्चा, and I've seen this with my dad when I worked with him in certain 1 or 2 projects, we overspent so much that I was part of at that time I was the operation or head of, I was the managing director ED. So I was heading off. आप कितना कमाओगे? आप क्या करोगे? You cannot see if something is from the start only set, the model is only wrong.
Correct.
Then it's better to cut it off and let it go and but no we'll get it right. ये वो मेरा नाम का if you get into that vicious cycle, is very difficult for the team. And then you're also just kicking the can down the road rather than,
True.
So I think, if you it's important to get the model right and learn when to cut it off or when to accept it as a business rather than, this is my project and I see it personally.
And wishful
thinking, wishful thinking, yeah.
Correct. So, so coming to the future growth, now where do you see your whole, so many different brands that you're carrying, where do you see the growth? Where do you see 3 years, 5 years? And really with this whole quick commerce world and,
So I interestingly asked this question: what happens when somebody is more funded than you and they're underselling? And this was a promoter and CEO of a very large company. He said, you know what, you put your head down, grin and bear it, and you hope we wait till the money runs out. So quick commerce or all these other things, you have to just, this is the reality.
Just bear.
I don't think it's very sustainable. As a model, just burning money and
Correct.
selling things below cost, or today what is the cost of somebody coming to your house? I don't think delivery is going to go anywhere, but there is a cost to it. And if you see the way that many of the online people are cutting back, one of these chains now has stopped their cafe model, one of their chain has stopped the 15-minute model, people are charging more. Recently, one of the food delivery partner has, as restaurateurs, told that if you're beyond 4 kilometers, then we'll be charged more. So the restaurant association said, why don't you charge the customer? They are asking for something from 4. No, you have to bear it. Customers are not willing to pay more.
Also, they want it, but they don't want to pay.
Yeah. So the restaurant should pay. So a lot of restaurants in the association has given pushback. So things which are viable only will sustain eventually.
Correct.
And every business starts off with trying to sell cheaper. I mean, I know hotel, restaurant, bank, sub, teaser rate, sabka model over there, but there's a logic to it. There's a 3 month, 6 month period.
Correct.
That is not the business model on which it is made. It's to get a certain, thing initially, and then you move it from there.
Yeah, the cost of acquisition or just branding.
Branding, and आपने launch किया है तो ठीक है, आपने आपका marketing budget में थोड़ा add है. It is not the business model itself. So I think where I see ourselves is to take Kamath's legacy to pan India. We are targeting Kamath's legacy as a model doesn't fit the highway, so we'll be in all the cities, starting with Maharashtra, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Delhi, that cluster. Then we move to Calcutta. And similarly with WITS, we're a very good 3-4 star chain. We're going to keep it that way. We have no ambitions for 5-star, as I already mentioned.
Yes.
So we're going to keep it there and just stay focused on that. We have a very good partnership model where we incentivize our team they have a profit sharing. So
Yes.
So one of my gurus always told that if you want to become a billionaire, then you have to make 100 millionaires.
Correct.
So I'm following that model. So we share the profit with the team. So whichever unit they are, they get 10% of the profit. So that's the only way. I did franchising and I made a lot of money for the franchisees, but अपने team ने कुछ नहीं कमाया. So I felt कि ठीक है, franchisee से अच्छा आप आपकी team को ही support करो and get them in it. So they are thinking like businessman.
You're right. A lot of international retail chain, because I've worked there, and this was the model that you give them money. The profit is shared, and you grow them, and you grow.
Yeah.
Because the loyalty that you get,
Correct.
They give their time, energy, life, everything to you. So, absolutely. So now, Vikram, for our listeners, and your inputs with your experience, what are the 5 things or 5 tips you would give them before they start the restaurant business, even before signing the lease or even creating the model? Because like I said, everybody gets carried away.
Yeah. I think first I would say is paisa. Do you have the money to do that? Not just the concept, but at least keep 3 to 4 months marketing and working it, minimum 3 months marketing and working capital ready. Because a restaurant's not going to, the first 2 days, 3 days you might do well, but after that there will be a lull. After your initial friends, family, whoever to support you comes. So 3 months working capital there. So you need the money. Second is be ready with your concept. People then will think about the architect, then get the drawing done. Use that rent-free period before you even sign to get a drawing of it. Keep the drawing ready so you can start work immediately. Because, otherwise you're just burning money and work is going on. And changes happen. Suddenly you find out, अरे ये building का pipe इधर से आ रहा है, वो shift नहीं हो सकता है, ये नहीं हो सकता है, वो नहीं हो सकता है. So definitely do that. Third, I would say is have your people in place. First, only get identified who's going to work for your restaurant. If it's a consultant, has he got a good team ready for that kind of concept which is ready? Fourth, I would say is before signing the lease, is it the right location? Is it the right location in the city? Is it the right location in that area? And is it the right location within the building? Having just the right location on paper is not good enough. If you're in Fort, for example, or in Nariman Point, are you on the right road? On that right road, are you in the right building? And within that building, if you're on the back side of the building, your visibility is going to be a lot less. So these 3 factors you definitely should check. And the last I would say is, as I said, I think these 4 cover all of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
But you also were talking on 3 tips on finance management in hospitality. Do you want to give my audience that? What are the 3 tips in finance, because you are a business
Yeah.
man?
I think first is understand where your money is coming from. Don't only build a business on debt. The most important thing, so this is actually my second point. So the first point is learn to start saving. I don't think 99% people today have the habit of saving. Not that saving will make you very rich, but
Right.
capital. If you cannot form your own capital, why should I give you my capital? If you cannot generate your own capital, which businessman is going to, would you give your money to somebody else? So लोगों को लगता है आज खाली लोगों को पैसे उड़ाना है.
उड़ाने हैं.
They
It's
just
so true.
yeah,
So
they just
true.
think उसको फंडिंग मिल गया, वो तो खाली उड़ा रहा है पैसे, वो तो इस पे कर. ऐसा नहीं. वो they have not understood कि there's a logic or a method to the madness of how they are going to उसको कैसे कमा के देने वाले हैं. Either in terms of valuation, which half the people don't know what that means.
Right.
Okay. Either in terms of an exit, which again half the people don't know what that means. Or in terms of जैसे आप बैंक से पैसा लेते हो और एक रिटर्न आप उसको दे रहे हो. In that case आप उसको कमा के आपको निकालना है. But in the first two, आप पैसे गवा के भी उनको दे सकते हैं पैसे, which I don't think people have understood. So I would say these 3 tips, which is first learn to save, that is understand how capital works and form your own capital. Second is don't build your business on debt, and third is understand the model. पहले आपको क्या करना है, इन 3 चीजों में आप किस दिशा में जाने वाले हो. Based on that you can offer the opposite person, and based on that you need to get the investor.
I absolutely agree on this habit of saving, because why, if you can't make money, why should somebody give you? As a fantastic insight. I absolutely agree. So coming to our rapid fire and the fun side of things, I know we were having a lot of fun. What's the first thing you notice when someone walks into your restaurant?
I'm not so much on the shop floor, but what I would normally, I get sometimes little bit irritated with very, guests who are not have the basic courtesy either for their other customers or for the staff. So I think that might be something that I observe, and I sometimes tell my staff also कि आगे इसको ज़्यादा entertain मत करो, या some customers just throw a fit, कि ठीक है, he's not fit for us. So you have to sometimes demarket also a little bit if they don't fit in with your values. Some customer comes and their kids are just making, disturbing other people who are having a good time, or shouting a lot or screaming a lot, or like I said, putting unnecessarily, treating the staff very poorly.
Right.
So yeah, I would say that.
What's the most unpopular opinion about the future of Indian hospitality, according to you?
I think the way Indian hospitality is outpricing itself is, I think, the most, and this is going to be very unpopular. We seem to be very happy with the high rates that we're charging. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And then, everybody's complaining, business is going to Thailand, business is going to Vietnam, business is going to Sri Lanka.
Right.
अरे आप गोवा जाओ, कितना महंगा है?
बहुत महंगा हो गया, correct?
It's ridiculous. आप गोवा जाते हैं, the fun. Goa is the only destination, maybe definitely in India, probably one of the few destinations in the world where people go repeatedly.
Right.
Normally वो बोलते हैं अरे यार थाईलैंड कर लिया, वियतनाम कर लिया, अरे अभी दूसरी जगह. गोवा ऐसी जगह है, दिल्ली के लोग, बम्बे के लोग, all the other places go repeatedly. Within the same year also they are willing to go.
Yes, absolutely.
But today that's got killed. And I think we had an amazing destination, amazing domestic destination where people would go. So I think we are outpricing ourselves, and just charging 80,000 rupees, 70,000, and we seem to have some pride ki अरे 50,000 charge करे, 40,000. क्यों? We should be charging less. If other countries can charge so much less, providing good value, why are we charging so much? We seem to be in this wrong bhram that so I think it's foolishness. We're losing our local customers, which is going to support us in any plus or minus situation. Right. And we are being uncompetitive even for foreigners. कौन आने वाला है?
नहीं आ रहे अभी.
So
it's come down.
और हम खुद नहीं जाना चाहते अपने डेस्टिनेशन में. आप बोल रहे हो डोमेस्टिक टूरिज्म प्रमोट, क्यों रखेगा कोई शादी यहाँ पर?
Right.
जब वहां ज्यादा सस्ता है, इमिग्रेशन का डेस्क को लगा के देते हैं उनके डेस्टिनेशन पे, यहाँ पर कोई क्यों आएगा? I refuse. So I think this is very unpopular, going to be an unpopular point.
No, but good, but it's the same thing. So आप फिर wits में भी आप in your hotels, do you then control the price because अभी सब बढ़ा रहे हैं तो?
We are very proud that we are a chain that has a USP of between 4,000 to 5,500. We're a mid-market chain, and we want to charge the right rate. But I as a promoter, I think am I giving that value but that's why perhaps we're doing better than others. So I don't know.
What's the strangest thing you ever picked up inspiration from?
I think
Okay.
as I told you, I keep reading, I keep hearing. At night also, I keep hearing. So everything has a phase, and I keep taking inspiration at different times from different books that I'm reading. Right now, I'm in the Osho phase,
Osho, yeah.
so I'm taking a lot of inspiration from some things of Osho.
Well,
So
Osho is known for many things, but yeah,
yeah, no, I'm
he.
taking that's a good one. No, I'm taking more
Yeah.
inspiration from his audio programs rather than the video programs. Let me put it that way.
From his learnings,
Yeah.
yes. So since you said you read a lot of books and podcasts, but do you have any favorite movies also? Are you into?
I love watching movies where I learn something from it. And one movie that I took inspiration from, which I always tell my wife, she knows that dialogue of mine, and I learned it from movie. Of course, there are many dialogues. This one is very. I always tell my team also. It's a movie, Keanu Reeves movie. I think it's called 47 Ronin or 47. It's a Japanese movie, and I have this thing about Japan, and I think it runs in my family. My father also had. My son also has.
Yeah.
About culture, Japanese culture,
Mm.
food, and all very good. So in that he says the devil can always see the devil. There's a backstory to it. You have to see the movie
Yeah.
probably, but that means that when you're in that field, वो सामने वाला क्या कर रहा है आपको समझ में आता है. So when you're in finance, you understand the finance people. आपको पता है क्या trick कौन
Yes.
खेल रहा है.
Yes.
So it's very important to be the devil, that you can see the other devilry that's happening around you. So you can sometimes protect yourself, and sometimes you can know their problems and know how to leverage off it also.
Amazing. And someone in the industry that you admire. In your industry, do you
In my
admire?
industry, definitely my father for sure.
Father.
Yeah.
Right. And one trait you actively look, for in people that you are around with.
I look for their pragmatism or practicalness. I'm a very practical person, so too much of shusha doesn't go down with me. So I look for practical.
And what, like we were talking, so do you want your children also? Are you looking at, by the way, a Japanese restaurant to open? You said so much of
my
Jap-
son, my son keeps telling me, Papa, we should, because this thing, because we very often go to eat in Japanese. If you're not eating South Indian or Indian food, we generally have less because we're always eating Indian and eventually at a house, or even when we go to most of our
Right.
hotels, because we travel so much, we end up most important thing we eat, all of us, is khichdi only, because but when we want to go out, we tend to eat Japanese. So
Sushis, yeah. Me and my son, we also
yeah,
are crazy about it. Yes.
again, I think it has the health angle, the taste angle.
Yeah.
You don't feel so bloated and
Correct.
after it. So no, I won't. So I've told it to my son, if you want to open it, it's up to you. I tell him, me and my wife tell him that Mama and Papa will come to a restaurant to eat. That time you feed us, but Papa's not opening a
Not
Japanese
opening.
restaurant. No.
Right. Awesome. And thank you so much.
Thank you,
It was a
thank
great
you so much for
session.
having me.
Yeah.
I've had an amazing time, and I didn't feel that I was on a show. I felt I was, having a one-to-one conversation. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.